This is Lovie, and I thought today my little this and that with Lovie, I thought I'd show you my jukebox. This is a 1963 LPC1 jukebox. It's the first small console that Seeburg produced, and they produced it in 1963. And I've had this probably 5 or 6 years, probably 5 years or so, and don't use it an awful lot. It's awful heavy. It's about 380 pounds. So, but it works, and I got a load of stuff. I thought I'd show a little bit more about it, and we'll get going right here in a little bit. We'll open her up and talk about about the operation of the Seeburg 1963 Seeburg LPC1. Saying classic vinyl, early 60s, loaded with 60s stuff. That's my music. This is a little bit of the workings on the inside of this, and it's got this Select-O-Matic on here on this one, and I thought I'd show you a little bit about how this thing works. First of all, up here in the top is the where all the title strips are posted along in here, and what you got to do is you got to open this up. All like this, and open it up like that, and of course it's got 80 selections on this thing right here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, I don't know, there's about 160 total when you got the A and the B side. What you got to do with these, if you want to change them out, you basically slide them out, slide them in, change them if you want to. Pretty easy to do. And down below here is where all the records go. There's the numbers up there on the titles. And basically it's pretty easy. Just slide the record in, slide it out, slide it in, make sure you get it in the appropriate way. If you want to change records over on this side, and basically what you're doing is you're switching this thing you got to do the scan, which is over here, scan mode, and you just bring it over to the other side, and it'll scan back and forth like this. And you stop it, or if you want, you can change records on the other side over here. And dual arm, plays both sides. It's got a stylus on both sides, like this. So if you want to play something, Basically what you have to do is you have to select your record. It doesn't make any difference what it is. If I do A1, actually I need to do something different. I need to go back to play mode, try it again. It'll pick the record up here. Play the record, put it up in there. You want to open up the inside. The Seeburg LPC1 also comes in LPC1R, which is remote control. It has a stepper unit in it that you can hook up individual consolettes for selections at a remote location. And this one particular one doesn't happen to have the stepper unit in it, but as you can see, you can take these individual units here for the tormat and the amplifier. You can pull them right out, so you don't, if you have an issue with something in there, you don't have to send the whole jukebox in. It's really pretty heavy. You can pull out the individual units as you see in them, and you can send those in and have them completely done over. Also comes with a couple of two 8-inch high frequency speakers and two 12-inch low frequency speakers. Overall, it's about 49.5 inches tall, about 40 inches wide, which is kind of nice. You get good stereo separation in there. It's about 24.5 inches deep and weighs, I think, 370 pounds or maybe 380 pounds, something like that. As you can look individually here, it's a pretty nice little unit here. It is kind of a console model, like I said. It's a lower one. It doesn't sit so high on it. I like it that way. Okay, originally this jukebox came with where you could either play albums, 33 1/3 albums, or 45s, and this has been completely converted to 45 records. And what they would do as a selling point is they would come up here and they would put some of the more popular albums that they have up here. We call them albums of the month or whatever it was, and they're pretty easy to change. You just kind of lift them up. You take these out like this, and then you can flip it around, and you can either have a different album or whatever. You can replace this, and then you just pop it back in. So I don't know if I've got any on here. Okay, this one's got Prince on the back side, I see. Do that one. This one's got the Beatles on one side and Whitney Houston on the other side. But that's kind of how that operates. It's got a population, keeps track right down here of how many times a particular record was played. So if the records don't get played, then you pull the records out. And that works out pretty good. And of course you can reset it that way. A couple of single tubes in here for lighting things up. It would take quarters, $half up to $1 total, right, like this. Right now this is hooked up on free play, so it basically works. It's not perfect. I'd like to get it back in mint condition the way it was, but everything you do nowadays is a little more expensive. So again, this is the 1963 Seeburg LPC1 SC1 stereo consolette, which is the remote for the jukebox. And restaurants and lounges, they would put these consolettes at locations, and you would put your money in, make your selections, and the signal would be sent through wiring system to your jukebox and would control your jukebox. What I'm missing is the stepper unit that goes inside of the jukebox that would be hooked up to this. You buy it, spend $300-400, I would assume, something like that, get it running, and then I would have a remote control for my jukebox. Something I'm going to think about, but again, it's an expense. So right now I've got the consolettes, but no stepper unit in my jukebox.